Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we will be talking about the recent updates of Lionel Messi with FC Barcelona, and you guys know where I'm going to go with this. Messi has announced that he will be a Barcelona player next season, and after 2 weeks of tension of Messi saying that he does not want to come back to FC Barcelona and that he does want to go to Manchester City, we are finally here with the conclusion that Messi will be a Barcelona player next season. And this is some huge news because not only did he announce that he will be a Barcelona player next season, he also announced how he was feeling with this club and what was his relationship like with President Bartomeu. And let me tell you, in this interview, he did not make any attempt on trying to cover his feelings with this club, with this president. And everything that we have been wanting Messi to say in this interview, he has said it. He has taken the shots. He was not covering anything. He was not sugarcoating anything. And this is some huge news to hear that Messi is finally stepping up for the sake of this club. And again, this was like an extraordinary interview to hear these words come out from Lionel Messi because this was super unexpected. And not only that, but I think that it is safe to say that Messi is currently being forced to play in FC Barcelona right now. And I'm going to explain why I'm saying this. We are going to completely digest this interview, explaining what he did mean by these statements. And we're going to cut this into 3 parts. The first part is going to be about how he does feel with this current FC Barcelona. The second part is going to be about what he feels about Barcelona going forward, what he expects with FC Barcelona going forward. And the third one is going to be about Messi taking his shots at President Bartomeu, which will be the most important part of this video. And so starting with the first topic, we are going to be talking about how he does feel with this current Barcelona. And he said this: I believe that the club needed more young players, new players, and I thought my time in Barcelona was over. I felt very sorry because I always said that I wanted to finish my career here. And I believe that Messi is well aware of this massive overhaul that needs to be taking place in this club. And it's sad to see that this club here, the sporting directors, have to put Messi in this position that he is no longer needed in this club, which is not true, right? We do need Messi in this starting 11, but it's unfortunate for the club to make Messi feel in that way. And here's the one thing that I have noticed about this statement, right? Suarez did say something extremely similar to what Messi said here. About 9 months ago, the interviewers asked Luis Suarez, what do you feel about your position? Do you feel like there needs to be a new player in your position? And Suarez says, I prefer someone to come in here and replace me. I can't continue to perform the way that I have performed 5 years ago, and I do welcome a new challenge. We do need new blood. And again, that is very similar to what Messi did say a couple of hours ago. And here's the thing, right? I have a great feeling that maybe we had the image of the Club de Amigos completely wrong. This is a popular saying that we do say within the club, that there is certain players in there that do want to be together, that don't want to be taken down away from the starting 11. But just what if, right? What if the club just didn't find the right players to replace these Club de Amigos, which is why they said, you know what? We don't have the right players to replace us. We have to continue to play regardless of how we play currently. And if that's how the sporting directors are going to act, then let's just stay here because this is the best case scenario, which is us to stay in this starting 11. And so that is something to really think about. Moving on. He said, I hope that we at least were able to compete with these tough teams and let us not fall apart against teams like Roma, Liverpool, and in the match in Lisbon. All of that led me to think about that decision that I wanted to carry out. And this is only explaining that this was not a last minute decision, which is something that we have already known. And it's also true, right? I think that if Barcelona were to compete against these teams like Liverpool, Roma, Bayern Munich, and we did end up losing 1-0, 2-0, or maybe 2-1, maybe that outcome would have not been that bad. But no, we exited from these clubs losing 5-0, 8-1, 3-1. And so I get why Messi is so frustrated. And the only reason why this happened, why we ended up with these type of results, is because of 2 things: the lack of recruitment and unable to move the veterans from the starting 11 in the matches against Roma, Liverpool, and Bayern Munich. Within those 3 matches, we played with the exact same team that did participate in the 2015 final against Juventus. And that really does tell you a lot of the management in Barcelona. And I know that Messi was looking at this when he was in the match against Roma, Liverpool, and Bayern, and he was looking at this and saying, you know what? Screw this. If they can't find the right players, if they can't find the right replacements for us after being here for so long, I'm going to leave. This club has no project. Maybe I do need to go. Maybe I'm the problem. And let me tell you, if you are that club that has the best player in the world thinking in that way, thinking that he's not good enough to contribute in this Barcelona squad, you are doing something completely wrong. And so now we're going to move on to the section of what Messi does think about the future of this club. What does he expect for the next season? And he said this: I said it at the same time that we are not given the support to win the Champions League. Actually, now I don't know what will happen. There is a new coach with new ideas. I always want to win. I'm competitive. I don't like to lose anything. I always want what's best for this club, for the dressing room, and for myself. I will continue at Barcelona, and my attitude will not change no matter how much I have wanted to. I will do my best, and I love to hear that. I love to hear that this captain here is saying these words out to the public, that even though as badly as Barcelona did treat this player, Messi does want to continue to move forward with this club and try his absolute best. That right there is professionalism. And going back to that quote where he did say, actually, now I don't know what will happen. There is a new coach with new ideas. I think that is telling me he did not speak with Koeman about what's going to happen in the next season. I think that Koeman did speak to Messi and says, what are your intentions? What do you want to do for next season? They did not talk about the details of, okay, what is going to be my role? What is the starting 11 going to look like? And who am I going to play with? They did not have those type of conversations. And I get it, right? I get why they did not have those type of detailed conversations, because why would you want those questions to be answered when you know that you're going to go to Man City in about 2 months? But now seeing that Messi is going to be a Barcelona player next season, and if I were Koeman and I were to wear his shoes right now, knowing that I'm in this situation, knowing that I'm going to go into this Barcelona team that has experienced massive losses, going into this Barcelona team, knowing that Messi was about to leave to Manchester City, the first thing that I would do in this club is to not repeat the same system and not repeat the same tactics that we did apply last season, especially knowing that you're going to do those exact same tactics and apply that exact same system with different players. Nothing is going to change. I think that we need to come into next season and play in a completely different way. Do a 4-2-3-1, do a 3-4-3, do something different, change the players, have that massive overhaul, because let me tell you, the best solution to completely turn things around is to completely change this starting 11, completely change the whole system in this FC Barcelona team, because ultimately we have nothing to lose. We have not won one trophy last season, and so the best case scenario is to start this whole team all over. And so now moving on to the most important part of this interview with Lionel Messi, and I'm going to read you the whole thing of what Messi did say about Bartomeu. And he said this: the management of a club led by Bartomeu is a disaster. The truth is that there is no sporting project at this club. They just plug holes as it is, and when things happen, I would never go for a war against the club of my life. That is why I'm staying. Bartomeu told me all the time, we'll talk, not now, this and that, but nothing. The president did not give me a clue on what he was really trying to say. And this is the reason why I'm going to continue in the club. Now I'm going to continue in the club because the president told me that the only way to leave was to pay the 700 million euros clause, and that is impossible. Now they're saying that I did not say it before June 10th, when it turns out that on June 10th, we were competing for La Liga in the middle of this awful coronavirus, and this disease altered throughout the whole season. I thought I was sure that I was free to leave. The president always said that at the end of the season, I could decide if I stayed or not. My son, my family, they grew up here and are from here, and there was nothing wrong with wanting to leave. I needed it. The club needed it, and it was good for everyone. I love Barcelona. I'm not going to find a better place than here anywhere. Still, I have the right to decide. I'm going to look for new goals, new challenges, and tomorrow I could go back, because here in Barcelona, I have everything. And this right here is a massive, massive statement. And I think that the most important thing to really take note of from this interview is that he did not sugarcoat not one thing. This is not some generic interview. No, Messi came in here with a plan, with an agenda, knowing that he knew who he was going to take shots at, and he wanted it. He wanted that tension with the president. And let me tell you why this is so important, because 1 week ago, we did talk about that Bartomeu told Lionel Messi that if he wants him out, Messi will have to say to the public that Bartomeu is not the right fit to be the president of FC Barcelona. And Messi did exactly that. He went to the public, spoke to Go. Not only did he talk about what he felt with this club, but he talked about what he did feel about President Bartomeu. And now seeing about a couple of hours ago that Bartomeu has been accused of corruption by the Catalan police, I don't get why Bartomeu is going to continue from here. I don't see Bartomeu continuing as the Barcelona president going forward. There are so many reasons on why Bartomeu should not continue to be the president of this club. And I do want to address one thing, right? Because this is something that I don't want you guys to get confused with. I don't want you guys thinking that Messi is not trying to put himself above the club, because we have explained what Bartomeu's intentions were, is that he wants to put Messi up there to say that he does not want Bartomeu as the president to make him look like that dictator, right? Something that we have explained in the previous videos. This is the thing that I do want to address. What Messi is doing here in this interview is that he's not publicly pointing at the club, at the club's badge, and saying that this is what I want to do and I have the right authority to say so. He's not doing that. What he is doing is that he is publicly pointing at President Bartomeu. Those are completely two different things. Bartomeu and Barcelona are not the same. Again, I don't want you guys getting confused that Messi is trying to put himself above FC Barcelona. He's trying to put himself above President Bartomeu, the sporting directors, the board members, everyone that works with Bartomeu. Messi wants to be above them, not above the badge. And again, you and me can agree, the board members and this club, Barcelona, the badge, are two different things. They are not the same, and Messi does see that. And going back to that quote where he did say, the truth is there is no sporting project at this club and all they do is just plug holes. That right there is simply Messi saying that there is no quick fix, because that is what we have been seeing. We have seen Bartomeu and the members, the sporting directors, try and quickly fix whatever problems they did have in this club, which is why we do see Barcelona try and buy these players who are 29, 30, 28 years old. There is no quick fix. You can't fix it in that way. And I also want to go back to when he said that Bartomeu continued to lie into his face and that he was not transparent enough to Lionel Messi on what they were trying to do, which is true, because there is this article coming from The Athletic. One of these socios did speak about how Bartomeu did treat this club, and he said this: meanwhile, the club socios are often not sure of what is happening behind the scenes. One of the big issues with this board has been the lack of transparency. Despite the socios being the owners of the club, nobody explains the reality of the situation to them. And you see those similarities, right? You can see that there is people outside from this club even complaining that Bartomeu and whoever does work under him are not transparent enough on what's currently going on. What does this mean? It basically means that Bartomeu did not want to completely read whatever contract, whatever Messi did sign to Messi and say, this is what you have to do, this is how we're going to do it, and this is how you can exit the club. It's not Messi's fault of him trying to attempt the exit to Man City. It was simply Bartomeu's responsibility to let Messi know how he can get out. That is why Messi is saying that he did not communicate anything to him on a good level. And this can go to other areas too, like where is the communication? Why are we signing these players? Where's the revenue from this club going? Is it going to the company of Barca Gate, or is it actually going to FC Barcelona? And he also did explain that the only reason why he did not leave is because he knew that he was going to be in this disaster where he did have to pay 700 million euros to go to Manchester City. And you and me know, we have discussed this. This is a very dangerous situation to get in. And it's just so crazy to see how detailed Messi has been throughout this whole interview, saying that the only reason why he did not leave was because he did not want to be fined 700 million euros. What type of president is that, right? Not giving him the freedom to go to another club, and if he were to leave, you're going to find that player. But that is it, right? That is it from Messi's interview. He did explain some other things, but I don't want to make this video too long. I did want to point out the important parts of this interview, but ultimately Messi is going to be staying. Messi will be a Barcelona player next season. I do expect Bartomeu to respond to this, and according to Sique Rodriguez, he has stated Bartomeu will not respond to Lionel Messi. At the club, they don't want things to turn into a public debate, and that is something that does not surprise me. We know the type of person he is. And just to give you guys some final details about this situation, it says here, according to Moises Llorens, Barcelona won't fine Messi for his absence in training. So everything is going to go back to normal. Messi will not have to face any consequences for missing the PCR test, for missing the first 3 training sessions. Messi will go back to training and everything is going to be normal. Does this fix everything? No, it doesn't. But in the end, Messi will wear that Barcelona shirt. Does this look like that Messi's being held as a prisoner because we know that Messi continues to say that he doesn't want to go to City? Yes, Messi is looking like he is a prisoner in this Barcelona team. But going back to what I said earlier, the best case scenario on what to do in situations like this, knowing that we're going to be under this president, is to fix this in the squad. I know that this is not the best solution, but this is why I say that the responsibility now has to go to Koeman. Try to get the best starting 11, try to get the best out of these players. And so where do we go next? What do we do now? Because seeing the quality in the squad is absolutely phenomenal. We have heard some breaking news about 5 to 6 hours ago that Coutinho has cut his vacation short and is returning to FC Barcelona. And if you're telling me that next season we're going to have Coutinho, Dembele, Ansu Fati, Messi, Trincao, Griezmann, and then potentially even get Lautaro Martinez for next season, that is more than enough for us to win the UCL. We just have to get this right. We have to play the perfect system to fit these players in. You cannot come into this club and tell me that we do not have the quality to win the UCL. No, this is quality. And I think that if Koeman can get this right and rejuvenate this squad as a whole, we can win great things with this club next season. And so that'll be it for today's Barcelona Daily News. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, please like, subscribe, comment. Welcome to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.